Right, Tim and Scott are back, so I'm just doing me customer host duties, which today include a couple of these guys. That's all right. Don't forget that bit as well.
Oh.
Right, it's gone very quiet down here. I'm pretty sure I heard Tim go out half an hour ago, so we'll just have a quick look, see where we are with progress. I spoke to him earlier and said that I'm going to see if I can get these couple of feed rails undone. Obviously, I've got to work my way around that pipe, which I can do. That tank's probably gonna have to come out of there. So that feed rail's coming out of there, and that feed rail's coming out of there, and we're gonna put them down the side of the new covered yard. Barge boards up. What do you reckon? I reckon that's a tidy job. So Tim did also say he was going to put up a third. He wasn't quite happy with the gap between that rail there and the top. So I think they may have gone to get a couple more brackets and maybe another piece of timber. He's going to put another, just stop it flapping in the wind. So yeah, belt and braces, do the job right first time. Lighting, somebody asked me about lighting. So I've been sent a couple of drop-down LED lights, which I will show you. Somebody sent them to me. I'm thinking maybe we're going to put them in the big building. I'm not sure quite. At the moment, we've got that chap up there, which is on a photocell, and that might have to do for this year and here. But again, it might be a case of I put a couple of big strips up there, waterproof strips. Hello? 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 I reckon that was Alison. Right, that's my cue to go. Gotta go and look at an oak tree. Couldn't hear her, but I reckon that's who it was. Right, we'll come back to this. So, where was I? Oh yeah, lighting. Remind me, because I will forget. Welcome back, everybody. It is wood pigeons in the barn. You roosting in there? Right, well, anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, welcome back, everybody. It is almost 7 o'clock in the evening. Basically, we're done. So the original job that I asked Tim to come and do, which was to put this roof on here and the one on the other end, is complete. They put the gutters on, I believe, this afternoon. Yep, so we are all guttered up. We were toying with, or I was toying with, bringing us a downpipe, a spout down, back in and down up there, but I kind of changed my mind because on the corner there, I have every intention of putting a gate in there probably, and intention of doing it definitely, probably putting a gate in there. And I think that a downspout and gutter in there is just asking to be clouted by a machine. So although we do have a land drain, two in fact 4-inch pipes under there, so it's not a big task. Later on, if we want to, we could go back in there, but I don't know. maybe I'll put a water tank on the end of here or something and catch the gutter into that and then drain the tank. But that's a job for another day. It's not going to be this year. But yeah, so the gutter all the way along is done. We did and ah about ripping off the old plastic gutter because at the end of the day it is, well, it's expensive, but it isn't that good. And replacing it with metal, but it's probably another £1,000 or more. And I think right now I'd rather put money to concrete than gutter. The gutter works. It does the job. So yeah, so that's that end all completed. Still got to put feed barriers in. There's still a little bit of a question mark about that. I'll come to that. This end, the Yorkshire boarding is done. So before all this was all open space. Now, this winter, my cattle will have a quite sheltered, but very well ventilated space. So this doorway will probably be closed there. The cattle that are in that side will be feeding that end, and the cattle in there will be feeding this end. Or I may just open the whole lot. If we haven't got bulls and we're not out calving, stuff like that, I might just leave everything open and then the cattle can pick and choose where they want. That also might make cleaning out a bit easier because I can shove everything in to that one to clean this one and everything in that one to clean that one. Or with the splitter gates or the gates at the end, I'm going to have lots and lots of lovely, lovely options. So, right, feed barriers. So, what we want to do, we want to get the little short concrete 400mm, what do you call them, panels. Short concrete panel with 2 bars over the top. The cattle can put their head through and feed, and we can put bales out here. All right, that is exposed to the weather, but you know, as long as they keep up with the feed, that's okay. We were going to reuse our existing feed barriers. I may have even talked about it earlier. That's before we put a tape measure on them. So that chap there, that one there, and the one that's led up outside, we were going to retask them and put them out there. They're the wrong size. They're too long. I can use these, but only if I cut them down, which I don't really want to do. So I think what we're going to do is go back to plan A, providing Mr. Man who does the concrete barriers, concrete panels answers his phone, because apparently he's really bad at answering his phone. In fact, he's diabolical at answering his phone. But if I can get the panels to go in there, I think they're a couple of £100 each to put them in. And what do we want? 1, 2, 3, 6. I think we wanted 6 panels. So it is a few more quid, but I think it'd be worthwhile doing. And we were looking at using these. I think they're 76mm round bars, and apparently they're about 40 quid a length-ish. So I'm kind of hoping that 2 of those will do down there, or maybe 4, because I'll have to put 2 bars, but yeah. So dig that out. We'll have to tier these down so they'll be in little steps, little, what's the word I'm looking for? Terraces. Terrace them down, but I think that will work. And then one of the reasons we're using the concrete panels is there's going to be a difference in ground level. Outside is probably going to be 6 inches higher than inside, and that's got a lot to do with that drain. So yeah, because of the height of that, and that drain basically influences the height of all the pipes that go through there all the way down. So if I want to drop that drain, I've got to dig the whole lot out and down again, and then there is enough fall to that manhole cover. It's not worth the hassle. Not worth the hassle. So I've got no intentions of developing anything further that way, other than maybe one day, perhaps, a little short roof over this, that if we do put bales down here, they're protected from the weather. But yeah, so the feed panels that we have, we took one out in here, and I opened that up because we were using that bottom yard for feeding. So I've not got to do that now, but I've got to make up my mind now whether I'm gonna potentially, with the hinge we got on here, might put a gate across there, another post over there, and we may not put a feed panel back in here. We may keep the gate, and this could be an extra feed yard. You know, probably won't get used at all this year. We'll gravel it up. I doubt we'll have enough money for concrete this, but we concrete that next year, and that just gives me space for shutting animals out, shut them in. Sometimes you need to separate animals up. So, yeah, that means I've got a spare feed barrier, which I could possibly put in down there. Or up here. So, that feed barrier, I believe, is the same size as that one there, but it's quite handy. See, I'm thinking all the time, it's quite handy having a gate that opens there and a gate that opens down there, so. Lots and lots of thought processes going on. I could do this and I can do that. That works, yeah, that works. Oh no, but if I do that, then I can't do that. So that means that doesn't work, nor does that. Progress sometimes can be painful. See you tomorrow.